The Sanders campaign did, however, release a statement condemning any violence and threats. Joining me now to discuss, Gina Loudon, Aaron Bilbray, and Ford O'Connell. Aaron, you're actually one of these super delegates that we keep hearing about, but you're a Sanders super delegate. What the heck is going on with you guys? I know all the shade throwing.
Well, you know what? I'm not only a super delegate, but I was actually a floor manager at the convention in Nevada. So I know firsthand what was going on there.
So what happened? Did the Sanders camp start throwing punches? What happened?
There was absolutely no violence that took place. I was there with my 14-year-old and 10-year-old daughter and never felt unsafe. Now, there was the state party was being very restrictive and would not let Sanders people speak, would not allow motions from the floor or any type of debate. And that really made people angry.
So what's the state of the Democratic Party right now? It seems like you guys are cracking up right in front of our faces here. I know that Bernie Sanders is saying that this whole process has been unfair. The superdelegate part of this is unfair, although in this particular case, he's got at least one with you. But we do know that the superdelegates typically represent the establishment. Overwhelmingly, they're going for Hillary.
I think there's a lot of fear right now within the Democratic Party. The old guard is very afraid of these new millennials that are coming forward. They're a little louder, a little more raucous. I think that's a huge mistake. The millennials are going to be the biggest voting bloc in American history, so they need to start embracing him. And I think that
so
they
too.
will.
And, here's the thing, Gina. In the same Fox News poll, Bernie Sanders comes in at 46, Donald Trump at 42.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, Charles. They may, if I were Bernie Sanders at this point, after the way he's been treated by their party, I would be considering running third party and at least making that known. It's so interesting, isn't it, just what difference a few days make. We had, now we have Reince Priebus, who is unifying the party, while we have Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who's being called by one of her own candidates a divider. It's fascinating times.
It really is. Ford, what do you think the Democrats are going to have to do with respect to Bernie Sanders? They've got to give him a lot. And I think as each day goes on, they got to give him even more.
Well, I absolutely agree with you, but let's understand the following point. The fix has always been in. Debbie Wasserman Schultz was Hillary Clinton's 2008 campaign co-chair. She set the debate schedule in Clinton's favor. She cut off Bernie Sanders' voter access 1 month before Iowa and New Hampshire, and Hillary Clinton entered into a joint fundraising agreement in August of 2015. If the RNC did this with Jeb Bush, the RNC would be burnt to the ground and Reince Priebus would be dragged from his house.
Well, the
point is, nobody ever thought that Bernie Sanders would do this well.
Right.
The whole thing was a joke.
And they were almost burned to the ground, even in the process. Aaron, I want to go to you last here because you are a super delegate. You do have Bernie's back at this point. Is there anything that can be done? Let's say Bernie does not get the nomination, even without the super delegates. Is there anything that can be done to heal this?
Oh, absolutely. And I think the big thing that the Democratic Party needs to do is reach out to these Bernie Sanders supporters. A lot of these people, this is the first time in their process. They want to be involved. They want to be part of democracy. And they need to reach out and put some of these people into leadership positions at the DNC.
All right, guys, you're all fantastic. Really appreciate it.